All right, today...
I'm doing a cold draw.
Oh, you... Well, you'll let me know what it's like. All right.
Actually, there is a little bit of spice on the cold draw.
Yeah, there is. This is a pretty full-bodied
Or
cigar. Yeah.
maybe it's just on the tongue. I don't know.
I got it on the tongue and the lips. Yeah.
Anyway, tell them what we're doing.
Okay, this is the Laranja Reserva from Lazona. And with it, we have Treaty Oak, the Day Drinker.
Day drinker.
Thanks for tuning into Cigars, Liquor, and More as we join our buddies Bill
Howdy.
and our other brother Daryl
Smoke up, Johnny.
having fun in 2021. Broadcasting from our studio speakeasy as they talk about cigars, liquor, and anything else that comes to mind.
All right.
So when we go to TPE 21 in Las Vegas in May,
Looking forward to that.
it's coming up. Yeah, really looking forward to that.
All the folks there.
I printed them. I didn't print it. Maybe I printed it. I don't know.
You saved the map.
I've got a map.
To our
Yeah.
Google,
Yeah.
our Google Drive.
We need to come up with a strategy of who to talk to, when, and
totally.
questions, all that good stuff. We need to come up with all that. But
Excited.
my thought was, because my whole thing of cigar lighters really being just crap. My thought was, I wonder if they have a Harbor Freight in Las Vegas and pick one of those up and use that during the whole show.
Well, probably bring some emergency matches. Just get your regular basic matches. I think you can bring matches through. And we'll probably have a check bag, right? You can put all kinds of stuff in a check bag. It's carry-ons they're upset about.
Well, we will probably, since me and Joey are going to go the weekend before and stay for a while, we will probably have a check bag.
There you go. Fill your check bag.
And on industry night, on the party, you got to wear something nice. Can't just slough off. You got to, pretend
Hello,
the part.
I'm always going to wear something nice on this trip. Tell you that. It's going to be all nice all the time.
That's right. Lots of pictures are going to be taken. Lots of talking.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of fun.
Lots of recording.
Lots of recording, yes.
It's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it. You must really be excited.
I am. I am. First real vacation this year.
That is a good point. And for like a year and a half. Well,
No, we went to
down
South Padre.
To South Padre.
Yeah. A vacation.
And then I went to Florida.
So 2020, 2020, we started off 2020 in Belize.
Mm-hmm.
So we spent New Year's in Belize.
Yeah, so we were back, on the 2nd? So
Third, I think.
you can barely call that 2020, but you can.
It was right at the start of 2020.
We were there. Yep.
We celebrated New Year's there. You have to say it was
That's true.
in 2020.
Okay.
And then, the COVID thing happened. I guess the next vacation
So many things
was
canceled.
in South Padre, but I wanted to say me and Joya went one other place, but I can't remember. But anyway, I love Belize.
But this is going to be kind of the first one of 2021.
Yes.
So, yeah. No,
First one of
of
2021.
Awesome.
Me and the wife had never been to Vegas before. So we're gonna see the sights and do the do, and there we go. So yeah, I'm kind of excited about it. I did the 3D Google map thing.
Yeah.
I did that of Vegas just so I could see the buildings.
All right. Well, tell me what you got on the cold draw.
I actually did a cold draw this time,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a little spicy. Now I couldn't determine if I got that spicy from the draw itself or from
touching it.
Yeah, from touching it. So I don't know, but I did get it. I felt it, especially on my tongue. So pretty cool.
Yep, I got
Most do not. Most don't do crap on the cold
that.
draw.
I thought it was
at least for
woody,
me.
pepper, and maybe a little cinnamon, but it
Ooh,
was some
wow.
weird spice. But anyway, this Laranja Reserva from Lazona is a 5.5 by 50. It has a Brazil wrapper, Nicaragua filler, and binder. It is full-bodied, and MSRP is $10.
10 bones.
Now, with this, I must confess, I completely bought it for its name. This is Treaty Oak, which is a Texas distillery, so they're actually not that far from us. And this bottle is called the Day Drinker. They do actually go out of their way to mention that this is a minimum of 12 months aged.
Yeah,
Probably
12
not.
months.
Nobody's going to a store looking for a minimum of a 1-year age statement, are they? But this one has it.
I want to read the stuff on it here. It's on the bottle. The Day Drinker Texas Bourbon is rich, smooth, sensible.
Did you say sensible?
Sensible. Sessionable.
Okay.
Spirit best enjoyed in the company of good friends.
As are all spirits.
Yeah. Made of Texas corn and wheat and mashed with hill country limestone filtered water from the Treaty Oak Distillery Ranch. This whiskey tastes like home. Serve it neat or craft a classic cocktail and enjoy where the Day Drinker takes you.
Does it taste like I made it in my bathtub? What do you mean by at home? Okay, but
80 proof.
I went ahead and got their description from their website.
Because it's different than, well, this doesn't have tasting notes or anything like that. But.
No. With an inviting aroma of vanilla sugar cookies and maple syrup, the Day Drinker's silky texture carries notes of kettle corn, wheat, mild nutmeg, and cinnamon. Where most aged whiskeys boast rich wood sugars and complex flavors brought on by the charred barrel, this young bourbon features Texas corn and wheat that make this juice special. It's like they're apologizing in their own description.
Yep.
Bottled at 80 proof, MSRP is $22. So here's the thing. I haven't even tasted it, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say, yeah, Four Roses and Woodford, I'll come in about $22, $24. Going to be better. But then you can't have this bottle that says Day Drinker on it. That's just funny.
I think they're expecting you to drink and drive. They've got stripes on it like you're already going to prison.
Oh, I thought those were tire marks. And also, it's a square bottle, so they don't want it to roll away for those who are too intoxicated to chase a bottle.
Exactly.
All right. Okay, so that's enough making fun of it before we even try it.
Oh, let's not forget the screw cap.
No, it has a lovely screw cap on it, so no popping today unless you go yourself. Let's see what these. Yeah. Well, no, it's got vanilla. It turns out it only takes a year to get vanilla out of wood. I don't know about maple syrup though.
Wow, for 80 proof, that smells harsh.
Yeah, it's a little stingy for 80. It's got a little bite to it. Day Drinker don't care though.
Actually, it's not a bad taste.
No, it's not bad.
It's a bit hot, but it's
not
a
bit
bad
hot.
taste.
It's for some. If you were to hand this to me and say, taste this, and you're not allowed to do the swirl test and count, and they go, what proof do you think this is? I go, it's probably 90. So yeah, it comes off hot for how hot it is, and that's probably because it's young. Now most aged whiskeys boast rich wood sugars and complex flavors brought on by charred barrel, but not this young bottle. This young whippersnapper boasts of alcohol. No, I don't. You know what though? It's not. I've had so much worse for so much more. I've had people charge you $25 for a bottle, and you go, "Ugh, this isn't. Ugh, it's just a little hot. It's a little hot for 80 proof."
Yeah. Overall, it's not that bad, really.
No, it's not that bad. But
yeah,
it's young. You can taste it's young.
What was the price point?
22.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that's just fine in that price point, I think.
Oh, but again, because we put everything on a scale of dollars, I could think of a number of other $22 bottles that are smoother and cleaner and blah 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 than this.
Yeah, but I wouldn't call it a $18 bottle.
I don't know. We had that $15 bottle of Old Monk that was really good.
Yeah, but that's a
That's
rum.
a rum. I know. That's
rum.
not
It's
fair,
different.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta give you this. I cannot think of a $15 to $20 bourbon or whiskey that I would place much higher than this. Because even the old Granddad at 114, which was whatever, 24,
Straight.
it was not good straight.
I know a lot of people that like Old Granddad's gonna hate me for this, but straight.
I didn't like it straight.
I'd rather have the Treaty Oak Day Drinker straight than the Old Granddad straight.
Yeah, I would agree
Now,
with
in
that.
an old fashioned, it made it.
It's yet to be seen. We'll have that in the second half.
Yeah, we don't know this one, but the Old Granddad was awesome.
Phenomenal.
In an old fashioned.
Trying to figure it out. Yeah, I'm not. When they say mild nutmeg, they really mean it. I'm not tasting any nutmeg or cinnamon, but I want the kettle corn. I love kettle corn.
Not getting any corn.
I'm not getting kettle corn. I would say it tastes young. It's got the non-complex flavors of wood. And
I'm going to poke fun at you.
Okay.
You released episode 144
Okay.
after episode 145.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird.
So you had episode 145, and then a couple of days later, 2-3 days later, episode 144.
Okay.
I thought
Sorry.
No, I thought it was funny. I didn't even correct it. I left it that way.
I probably, because I put them on delayed release, because I'm not going to hover over a button waiting to release. So I probably put the timer on.
We got stuff to do, man.
Yeah, okay. So the Lazona, with all this chitty chat about our whiskey, this Lazona is settled in, I think. Have you any commentary? By the way, we both have some commentary. We already
not just yet. Not on the cigar. Not just yet. I need a bit more time with it. I need to think about it a bit. I've been playing with the Treaty Oak. I haven't really thought about.
Well, let's cover the basics. So construction is good, with one notable exception. So this has a foot band, and the foot band is not paper. It's
a fabric.
And mine and his were both glued to the cigar.
Yeah, yours arguably worse. Mine was just a little. I got no tear off of the wrapper. I had two little bitty spots that were touching the wrapper, where the glue was touching the wrapper and the bottom band and the foot band. But I was able to wiggle it and not tear.
I teased mine, and it just wasn't gonna have any of that.
You had a lot more problems with yours, but you've already burned. You've already burned.
I've already burned through it. It didn't affect the lighting. It didn't affect the draw.
Well,
I just didn't like it.
It didn't go through the binder. It just mucked up the wrapper a little bit.
Just mucked up the wrapper a little.
But again, you lit it on fire. You made it through. I mean, it was all within that first inch.
Yep, it's got a good draw. It's got a good looking wrapper. It's got a little bit of veins to it. It's got that it's a Maduro color. Yeah, this is Maduro, I believe. And
I'm gonna have to print. I'm gonna have to frame something that's got all the colors on it.
It's very smoky. Now the secondary smoke from just sitting here, not tons, but when you take a draw, oh my God. Smoke. Very smoky. Yes, you notice? Okay. All right, so about 3/4 of an inch in, and the secondary smoke kind of stings the nose. You don't want to let this one go in the nose.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When you do that, it's kind of like if you inhale the secondary smoke through your nose, it's almost like a cayenne hit your nose.
Yeah, it's pretty peppery, and it's about as comfortable as a campfire kind of fire hitting your nose. It's not comfortable. You don't want that. Sometimes it doesn't matter, right? Because I leave my cigar in my mouth a lot. Just leave it there, draw off it occasionally. But
I think I almost get a little bit of.
I wouldn't do that with this.
Almost a little bit of leather and probably some wood, but primarily it's just it's spicy.
Mm-hmm. Primarily,
it's a spicy smoke.
It's really peppery, and the retro is peppery. I think that's what they focused on. This guy.
That they did, no problem.
But yeah, maybe a little leather. It's
this
woody,
one
really
I
woody
would
for me.
argue that the band does not. The band belies what the taste is.
So I was gonna go there. I was.
I stole your thunder.
You did. I was like, well, it's an orange band, so I want it to have fruity notes.
Oh, we had that pinhook a few episodes ago where the bottle had a lot of orange on it. The cap had orange,
and it was
wax
orange
on
flavored.
it.
Yeah,
Maybe we should have paired this with that.
but
Ooh.
I'm not getting fruity notes off this cigar
No, but they're orange.
unless that fruit was bathed in pepper.
You get a lot of yeah.
Okay, well,
No, I'm not. I'm on all cigars. I'm really not a big fan of the band on the foot. That's just me.
yeah, me neither.
That's just me. It looks nice. It looks pretty. I find it a little bit annoying. Again, that's just me. But overall, so far, I'm liking this.
Oh, it's a good smoke. So far, yeah. Well, like I said, we're 3/4 inch in.
Yeah, we're really just started. We need to get into the groove.
Okay.
So what topic of discussion do we have
Well,
today?
one of the reasons I picked up a Texas whiskey, in this case bourbon, was because I got a notice from the TexasCraftSpirits.org email, and this session there are 2 bills filed in Texas that would expand your distillery's ability to sell products.
Yay!
Oh,
I'm all about that.
everybody. Go to the website, Texas Craft Spirits, no spaces, no hyphens, .org. So, SB 1013 HB 2232 by Senator Buckingham and Representative Busey would allow for a local option election so that voters can decide whether they want to be able to buy spirits 7 days a week in their county.
Oh.
Wow. Sunday can truly be a day of rest. Okay. Then, SB 757 by Senator Schwertner. This would allow distilleries to ship products directly to your doorstep the same way your favorite winery ships to you.
Now that
That's
I'm
nice.
all about that.
Now, few things you want to do. Now, we're not going to call our state representative or senator and ask them to do anything because nobody's going to answer a phone. Nobody's going to do anything. So forget the idea of calling them. That's just silly. But there are websites like TexasCraftSpirits.org that have a form. You put in your zip code. It says, these are your representatives. And then you can send an email to them very easily. Like they give you a form letter. They tell you who your guy and gal is. And ba-ba-boom, off to the races.
Bada boom.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm doing that.
Yes.
TexasCraftSpirits.org. I know you should put the www on there.
I did, just to remind myself.
Oh, please call your state representative and senators as soon as possible. Why do you have call them on here?
Because
You
I
just said.
I just copied and pasted it.
Oh,
That's what's on the
and
website.
politely asked them, I like the politely,
Yeah.
asked them to co-author these bills. Please consider making a contribution to the Texas Craft Spirits PAC by clicking here, once you get to the website, I assume, so that they will continue to fight
Right.
for consumer choice in Texas.
So
Go to the website,
there.
fill out the form, send it to them.
Go.
It works. It
Go,
helps.
go.
Yeah, do it. Do it. We want you to help us out. Oh, nice. Yeah, no, I'm all about those. I like those.
And I went there, and it was very convenient. I put in my zip code. It said who all my pipples were. I pressed send email. Their addresses came up in the email. It gave me a form letter that I could add or subtract things to or from. It's just nice little body, to give you something to work with, and hit send. Happy day. And I got a reply email. It was automated, of course, but
Yeah.
I got a reply email saying, thank you for your interest.
Nice. Yes. I'm going to do that. I will as well. I like both of those.
Yep. Yeah, and
I got to be
Sweetener's
honest
not
with you.
ours.
I've not had the ability to buy liquor on Sunday all my life, so that part I don't. It doesn't feel like an inconvenience because I'm just so used to it.
Yeah, I buy it on other days of the week. I
Mhm.
mean, I can manage to buy enough to get me through Sunday.
Exactly. Exactly.
But you know who this hurts? The underserved.
The underprivileged and underserved communities. Yeah, definitely.
I like the double entendre of the underserved. So, yeah, I mean, it's not such a hassle. It just seems prejudicial.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
I mean, no, don't get me wrong. The actual, law states in their county. So that, I assume that means the county could choose to open it up, but could still choose to keep it down, just like a dry county, still be dry, blah blah. So it would become a county's choice instead of sort of nobody can choose.
Yeah, well, yeah, because the law is currently at the state level. It's not at the county or municipal level. It's at the state level.
Right.
I'd be a little bit interested of why at the county level, because we've had dry counties and dry cities. So when counties, as counties move wet, then some of the cities said, "Hey, we don't want to be wet. We still want to stay dry." So
Yeah.
they made legislation saying stay dry, and they had the ability to do that. So I don't know. Maybe I think it's probably appropriate for the state to say, "Hey, let's let the next level down decide."
Yeah.
That'd be the county. So
Yeah.
okay, I'll buy that.
What's weird though is neither of those are Texas senators. So it must be.
No, that's Texas House, Texas Senate,
Oh, right.
not
Gotcha.
U.S.
Texas Senate. I'm like,
Yeah.
So I'm a little confused, but no, I did not look up the Texas Senate. Yeah, okay. Good. But
Yeah, that's who they said.
that'd be nice. That'd be nice.
That's who you emailed it to.
Mm-hmm.
No, that'd be great. That'd be great, especially the ship to you, please.
I have to admit, the offers from your big box places like Specs and Total Wine, they sometimes they have like special no minimum required delivery, and others are like, okay, a minimum of $100 or something. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, send that to me.
Yeah.
Well, we reviewed 2 liquors a week. So we can spend $100 on liquor at a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
So free delivery every time we order, pretty much.
Yeah, and that would help cut the cost of what it is that we're going through.
Have to admit though, I do like walking through the store because a lot of times I just do window shopping. Yeah, just what's new. What's new? What's new?
Yeah, and the old retailer in me just kind of also looks at how many facings they have of different products.
Yes.
To if you have more facings, then either they're pushing it more or they sell more.
Right.
So it kind of gives you an inkling into what other people are focused on,
Right.
what other people are doing as well. And sometimes that's useful information. I mean, I'm not going to buy based on that. I know this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to buy based on that, but it could be useful information. You're not going to get that online. You need to go through the store
Yeah.
in order to be able to see things like that.
Well, I didn't see TX, which is another Fort Worth, Texas company that is a distillery, makes TX bourbon. Mm-hmm. I saw that they had now I don't remember if it was port finished or it was a finished one though. It was the first finished I'd ever seen TX put out. And they had it, and I'm like, oh, I almost got it. And then I saw it was $65. And I went,
You like those finishes, though.
I do.
Okay. We're going to take a little break.
Yep.
And we will
come
be
back
right
with
back.
our mid-cigar notes and old fashions.
Old fashions.
Enjoy the any time of the day cigar. Drunk Chicken cigars are nub-alicious, so good you'll smoke it to a nub. You can get 10% off your order at drunkchickencigars.com by using the promo code CLM2020.
All right, we're back with our old fashions in hand. Sort of. I just set mine down. All right. Let's.
Well, hang on. So, if you haven't already, go to our website, cigarsliquorandmore.com, and sign up to be a part of our weekly giveaway so that you too can get 2 free cigars because they're sent to you. They're free. 2 free cigars and, of course, some swag. Right? Everybody loves swag. You get some of the new stickers, maybe some of the old stickers, some koozies, some, I don't know,
If you make more coasters,
coasters, yeah, all that good stuff. So,
Yep.
yeah, go to our website, cigarsliquormore.com. And since we are talking about this, Brian Smalley. There we go. Brian
you go.
Smalley. Brian
Contact
Smalley,
us.
congratulations, Brian. Please give us a holler, and we will send you 2 Drunk Chicken cigars.
in fact, if you want, you can email us, sign up for the email, and say, I want a sticker and a koozie, and I'll send you a sticker and a koozie.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the cigars are a little bit higher hurdle.
Cigars.
But if you want a sticker and a koozie, I will send you a sticker and a koozie if you send me your email and your address. Tell me where to send it. I will send it right to you.
Or ping you on Instagram or whatever.
Or ping me,
because,
yes.
Again, cigarsliquormore.com or Facebook, cigarsliquormore.com. Just blah, 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 blah.
Yep. You type those 3 words.
Do it. I mean, yeah. Haha.
All right.
All right, I'm going to taste this thing. I'm going to taste this.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a nice, smooth little old fashioned.
That is.
I like that. I like it.
That took the heat right off of that.
Yeah, it did. That's what it's supposed to do. I'm 99% sure.
Yes.
Now, how did it change the cigar?
Well, working on it. Cooled it down some.
Me too. I'm trying to get a little old fashioned in the mouth so I can get that flavor.
I shouldn't do that. Nobody wants to hear that. That close.
Okay, so the pepper is still in the nose, but it's not so much in the mouth now. Yeah, it's not. Oh, you just it went on the floor, not your lap.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I think it kind of milded the cigar up a little bit, unless it's just kind of gotten there. Although, just before the break when I was smoking it didn't mild up in the mid. So in the middle, we're about in the middle of the cigar. So it was about the same until I took the old fashioned. The old fashioned seems to have tamed it a little bit. Not the retro hell. Retro is still very peppery, but otherwise, it's pretty nice. It's got a nice mild wood flavor now.
Yeah, it tames it more when you take a drink right before you toke on the stogie. When you do it the other way, it's just a little bit, but it still does tame it. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, this is so probably like the old granddad. It's not the smoothest sipper, but it makes it a good old fashioned. This is a pretty good old fashioned.
Oh yeah.
And I think one of the keys that I've noticed that makes a good old fashioned, 2 of them, 2 keys. One, if there is a light fruity taste to it already, the lemon just makes that a little bit nicer, right? But if it is a complex bourbon that is really a good sipper, then it competes with the lemon and the sugar, and it doesn't quite make as good an old fashioned. I think you want a very mild bourbon or whiskey when you're making an old fashioned, right? That's my take.
I'll buy that for $1.
All right, just leave the $1 in my bag. All right. Whew. So, picked up a Reddit news article. I like it. What do you want to tell us about it? You picked it up. I heard it on NPR, but you probably saw it on Reddit.
Just the Dogecoin?
Mm-hmm.
I actually saw it on Futurism.com.
Oh, okay.
Futurism.com in an article dated 16 April. So just a few days ago. And it's the title is Dogecoin is spiking and people are losing their minds.
Okay.
Did Dogecoin just go to the moon?
Well, it certainly went up a lot.
Yeah. And on the you can see the chart.
Oh yes, it has spiked.
That is a hockey stick graph.
Yeah, so it went from what 6 to 38 cents? No,
below a cent.
it went from. Oh, okay. So well, everything's below a cent at some point, right? But it said a week ago it was 6 cents, and now it's 32.
Yeah. So the article says at first it was meant to be a joke. But now the market capitalization of Dogecoin, a popular altcoin, has spiked to $40 billion after value skyrocketed and it added $20 billion in value in just 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
The Shiba Inu emblazoned token was created as a fun alternative to Bitcoin back in 2013, but thanks to a massive surge in interest led by communities on Reddit and some prominent boosterisms by Elon Musk, the cryptocurrency is starting to look a lot less like a mere joke.
But
so does this make Musk as liable as the people that tried to, that did something with GameStop? Because proof's in the pudding.
Yeah, here's the thing. Musk can't do anything without people paying attention, so you can't blame him for doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So no, I don't
and
say
offering
either.
opinions and things like that.
Right.
And back in the day it was Oprah with books.
Right.
If something went on the Oprah book club, then
Yes, and then oddly Amazon sold a lot of them. Mm-hmm. Back when they sold books, I hear.
At one time, that was all they did. The article goes on this morning. Again, this was dated 16 April. This morning, values of the token hit 32 cents, an all-time high. Just a week ago, the value was hovering around 6 cents.
Yep.
The news comes after Musk, a longtime supporter of the coin, sent the value of Dogecoin soaring in February after tweeting a silly picture of the Shiba on the surface of the moon. Musk had long joked that Dogecoin will, quote, go to the moon, end quote, a reference to its soaring value. The altcoin's recent surge meant those who invested early made bank.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's the thing. Okay, if Elon Musk goes out and buys a ton of Dogecoin and then pumps it and then dumps it, that's illegal. But if he's just sort of part of what makes it spike, that's not illegal. This sort of depends on what he did, which would maybe represent a conflict, right? I personally don't think he did anything with it because he's already the second richest person in the world. Or I remember doing some numbers on that not too long ago.
Takes money to make money.
And he's I don't think he's looking to add a few million.
He's up there. Yeah, it's not gonna. Yeah, it's not gonna affect his bank account either way.
But here's the thing: what makes these worth anything? Well, that's value. It's the eye of the beholder, right? It's confidence. It's trust. So technically, as long as you have a strong, blockchain where everybody's, because you have to pay to support a blockchain. There is a cost associated with it. Mm-hmm. If people have confidence in that, the way it's managed, then it's a currency, and there's no reason it would be a joke or humorous. I mean, other places are looking to make their own currencies. I think Morgan is looking to do it.
A lot of them are, yeah.
I think Amazon's looking to do it. I think Walmart's looking to do it.
Yep.
And what it comes down to is confidence in an IOU, right?
Pretty much.
If I write you an IOU, then that's worth that amount of money. If you trust me.
And that's exactly
what comes down to.
The notes we carry in our wallet are.
Yes, they're just trust. Although it says It tells you not to trust the government because it says, in God we trust. They're like, no, don't trust us. Trust God.
Exactly. The article goes on, quote, "Hey guys, I just became a Dogecoin millionaire," end quote, one Reddit user exclaimed, with a screenshot showing a balance of just over $1 million in their account.
So here's what's funny. So this went from 6 to 32. So you got a 5x in the last 24 hours. Now, it's possible that this guy was a long-time owner of it. But if he wasn't and he, just jumped on, he jumped on with $200,000.
Yep.
That's not chump change.
But that's still a good
to
return
invest.
for $200,000.
Well, don't get me wrong. It's a phenomenal return. Absolutely. 500 in 24 hours.
A lot of speculation.
Yeah.
A lot of hoping.
Now, if he bought a lot of it at a penny, then maybe he doesn't have that much invested and he, millionaire, blah, blah, blah. But, if he's a recent jumper on and jumped on early before it spiked, well, he still jumped on at 6 cents. And he still put $200,000 into it.
Yep. The article goes on, but the surge is also causing worry among crypto experts. Quote, "People are buying the cryptocurrency not because they think it has any meaningful value, but because they hope others will pile in, push the price up, then they can sell off and make a quick buck."
You mean like art?
UK-based analyst David Kimberly told CNBC.
That's most of what art is.
Now,
most people don't hang the art they buy on their wall.
Nothing has meaningful value unless other people
value it.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I don't agree with his. I partially agree with his statement. But that works for everything, not just cryptocurrency. You buy something in the hopes that it's going to appreciate in value.
Well, unless it's a car. Well, no. Some people even hope for that for cars.
Yeah, the mass majority doesn't happen that way. But so I mean, this guy may be an analyst.
I get what he's saying. He's saying, be careful. You could get caught holding the bag. But that's true of anything.
It's a good warning to put out there. I think he should have phrased it differently. Mm-hmm. Because this exact concept is true of anything.
If people want it, it has real value.
Yeah. Kimberly also noted that, and he says, quote, "When everybody is doing this, the bubble eventually has to burst, and you're going to be left shortchanged if you don't get out in time."
Yeah. So he's going to tell people not to buy houses too? When we have housing bubbles, there's bubbles everywhere.
Houses, stock markets.
Yeah. So
everything that we...
Again, I get what he's trying to get at, but he's wrong in that his inference is that there's no real value here. But that's not true.
We think that's the inference from how the article was written. We don't know that he didn't say other things.
That's true. That's true. They could have taken him out of context.
Right. So we don't know that, so we can't blame him specifically for us thinking that he's saying that, because this is how the article is written.
But we're going to say that in an analysis of what we have.
Yes. From the information that we have right here, right now, we both feel exactly the same way with it.
If that was his intention, we disagree with it.
Definitely.
In part, at least.
Yeah.
I get his point.
The message is good, but the message applies to everything, not just cryptocurrency.
Right.
And the article, one thing I take issue with the article is it's causing some worry among crypto experts. Well, I'm expecting for them to say that the next person they're going to quote from is a crypto expert, but they do not say that. It just says he's a UK-based analyst. It doesn't say what his credentials are as far as cryptocurrency is concerned. So that's another one that's got me kind of...
Yep, I agree. Devil's in the details, right?
It is.
Our words are important, and you have to say
Words
the
have
exact right word. And it doesn't always happen, right? Or they do, and then somebody truncates it for the shortness of an article.
Yep. Or they change meanings, like dunce.
Yeah. Dunce?
Yeah, they used to have different levels of intelligence. Dunce,
Dunce
idiot.
was one of them?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so all those have changed from what they meant.
Let's see. I remember that...
Moron was one.
Yeah, I remember imbecile.
Yes.
Moron.
Yeah.
I think in increasing order. I think imbecile was under 25 IQ, right?
I don't.
And I think
remember what
moron
the
was like
value
25 to 50. I think. Let's see. Imbecile was the lowest, right? Imbecile was the lowest.
I don't
Then
know. I could have sworn
idiot,
dunce was one
then
of them.
idiot, moron, and maybe dunce is just slightly under the curve.
Now I got to look it up.
Yeah, but now if you say that to somebody, sorry, if you say that to somebody, they just think it's you just being mean, not actually assessing their intelligence. I wonder why they would think that.
I can't.
Maybe it's because 99% of us use it that way. Actually, one that I did like to do was this was a long time ago. Back when I knew what the actual scale was, I would say something like, "Oh my God, you're such an imbecile. You aspire someday to be an idiot." You looking it up?
Trying to.
Okay,
I'm having problems.
Yeah, because I want to know what that scale is now. I forgot. It's been a long time. Like it was college when I thought about it. Turns out I was most insulting in college.
Idiot, imbecile, and moron were. This is from Merriam-Webster's website. Idiot, imbecile, and moron were not so long ago used in a psychological classification system, and each one was assigned a fairly specific range of abilities. Idiots were those so defective that the mental development never exceeds that of a normal child, or about 2 years. Two years.
Yeah, that's young.
Imbeciles, those whose development is higher than that of an idiot, but those whose intelligence does not exceed that of a normal child, of about 7 years. Morons, those whose mental development is above that of an imbecile, but does not exceed that of a normal child, of about 12 years. There was
that. You know what?
there
To be
were
fair, you know what that
more
means
in there somewhere, but this article isn't saying that.
You could infer that every 12-year-old is a moron.
Yeah, and I think most would. Damn sure no, I was when I was one. Yeah, it's funny how things change like that.
Well, I guess you start with having to give something a name. You give it a name, and then people abuse it, and then that becomes a forbidden word, and then you forget that it was actually a clinical definition, and then you move along.
Forbidden and more foreboding, right?
I guess.
Tomato. Yeah. Oh, come on. Come off.
Oh, yeah. No, my
Just
wrapper did not come off it off.
going.
I just had to shred it.
I had to work at it, but I found
Yeah, no, mine was totally glued. I just had to shred it. I didn't get to keep that label.
Those definitions still exist somewhere.
No,
right?
Yeah,
they just gave them different names.
Yeah, they probably did.
They had to, because it's like the
Because
definition.
the vernacular took it over.
It's like the definition of a psychopath, right?
They took it out of the DSM-4.
And it
or DS
and
is that
they
right?
and they kind of split it a little
DSM
bit, right? So one part of a but the definition is still there. It's just labeled as something
obsolete.
else. But there's still a label. It's still, I don't know.
Well, now they probably just say they will never exceed the mental capacity of a 2-year-old. They will never exceed the mental capacity of a 7.
It went from a simple one word to a 5-word
to an explanation.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. They're just not gonna be on their own.
Funny stuff.
We're approaching the final third. So apart from both of the bands having an issue, it is smoked.
Yeah.
I haven't had to correct it once. Hasn't changed a lot except when I had the old fashioned.
I did, just because.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that this is just me, how I lit it.
Okay.
I tried not to do a large correction. I tried just to hit it and see if it will.
Yeah, you're not in the final third.
No,
you're about the halfway mark.
Yeah.
You must have a bigger problem than I thought.
It's all right.
Okay.
It's still a good smoke.
So it changed the smoke about midway through when we had the old fashioned, And oddly, I think I kind of liked it better with the old fashioned. It tamed it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so it was nice.
Yeah, sure did.
Now, in the final third, I have moved back from the old fashioned to my straight alcohol.
Yeah, I'm almost done with the old fashioned.
Okay.
So on the website, I'm going to post the hockey stick graph
Okay.
for the Dogecoin. How did you pronounce it earlier?
I thought it was Dogecoin, but you know what? It
Dogecoin.
occurred to me it probably is doggy because, you know, it sounds funny. And if it was intended to be, you know, a fun alternative, it's doggy. Yeah, but it's spelled D-O-G-E coin. So I was pronouncing it like it was a word. Dogecoin.
Doggy's a word.
Not spelled D-O-G-E.
No, not spelled D-O-G-E.
But in the electronic world where we do things like that, like Dead Mouse is Dead Ma 5. That kind of thing. So it's probably doggy coin. And I just was like oblivious.
So we've got a few more minutes. I want to talk about something else.
Absolutely.
So this is another one that I got off of futurism.com because I was there. And this one's dated 20 April. So they interviewed the fire chief down in Houston that dealt with the Tesla crash that caught on fire.
Oh, I heard about it, but I didn't look it up.
So his quote was, "It was not an active fire."
Oh, is that the one where there was no driver? Like nobody was in the driver's seat?
Nobody was in the driver's seat.
Yeah,
Yep.
I can't completely blame.
So the article says 2 men died in a fiery crash involving a Tesla Model S over the weekend after the vehicle reportedly veered off the road near Houston, Texas at high speeds and crashed into a tree. Mysteriously, neither of the occupants were in the driver's seat in the moments leading up to the crash, leading to widespread speculation that autopilot may have been involved.
What if the driver survived and left the scene because he didn't want to get in trouble?
No, because eyewitnesses said there were only 2 people.
Oh, there were eyewitnesses. Okay. I didn't read the article.
So then Tesla CEO Elon Musk
Said,
threw cold water on the theory, tweeting that, quote, "The data logs recovered so far show autopilot was not enabled," end quote.
So nobody was driving, an autopilot was not enabled, and what?
Yeah, the article continues. This is where
Now,
the story.
Houston's weird.
This is where the story gets even stranger. Yeah, you would expect this in Austin. According to local
Houston.
TV
I said
station
Houston's weird.
KHOU, responders spent 4 long hours and 30,000 gallons worth of water to put out a raging fire caused by the vehicle's ruptured lithium-ion batteries.
Yeah.
Crews even reportedly reached out to Tesla to ask how to put out the fire.
Well, powder. That's it. There's nothing else. There's nothing
In
else.
a statement to the Houston Chronicle, local fire chief Palmer Buck said that the fire was put down in just 2 or 3 minutes. This is a quote, 2 or 3 minutes.
That's not that long.
Enough to see the vehicle had occupants. After that, it was simply cooling the car as the batteries continued to have a chain reaction due to damage.
Right.
End quote. Buck also said that the electric vehicle's battery was an example of, quote, "We need to keep up with technology."
Yeah, I mean,
fire
the fire
departments
departments need to adapt.
Yes, they do.
Because I mean, our
lot more
goal
electronics
is to be electric car in
Mhm.
just a few years. That's going to be a big change for fire departments putting out cars.
Yeah, everywhere, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. It did, however, take several hours to get the woodland area around the crash cool enough to prevent a wildfire.
Oh, that's a good point.
Another quote from Buck: "We could not tear it apart or move it around to get final extinguishment," that in quotes, because the fact that we had 2 bodies in there and it was, and there was this was an investigation / crime scene. We had to keep it cool. We were on scene for 4 hours, but we were simply pouring a little bit of water on it. It was not because flames were coming out. It was a reaction in the battery pan. It was not an active fire. Buck also told newspapers that responders didn't reach out to Tesla since the company has emergency manual for first aid responders, seemingly contradicting KHOU's claim that the firefighters had to reach out to Tesla. He said, quote, we did not.
Maybe they did, but
in
they didn't
reference
have
to calling Tesla. I do not know where that rumor came from.
Oh, okay.
He said, there is a chance someone did, maybe the Harris County Fire Marshal, but we did not. So the people actively putting out the fire.
Yeah, I mean,
not.
they get, yeah.
The fire chief noted that putting out a fire in a Tesla is a little different than a regular vehicle because the reinforced steel frame doesn't allow the jaws of life equipment, which is a common hydraulic rescue tool.
Oh, wow, it's
used
stronger
to
than the
cut
jaws
crash
of
victims
life?
free to slice through.
I did not know their frames were stronger than jaws of life. To be honest, that's freaking impressive.
Yeah.
That's impressive. You seen the jaws of life in action?
Yes, I have.
I can't believe they can't cut through the frame. Call kudos to you, sir. That's cool.
Well, it's not it's not just that. Well, the jaws of life pry.
No, there's cutters too.
They have cutters, but jaws of life are specifically a pry.
Okay, so the cutters are the ones I was thinking of. Those are cool.
Yeah,
Those
but
are cool.
they can't. The folks were already gone.
Yeah. Very.
Yeah, but they can't. It's a crime scene. They can't do that.
So,
Or possible crime scene.
So that leads to a second question.
And I didn't I didn't write it down here, but family member stated that this was a doctor in Houston.
Okay.
The doctor took out his friend to show him the Tesla.
Oh.
That's how they know there were only two people involved.
Okay. And neither of them were in the driver's seat.
Nope.
That's incredibly weird.
What my impression is, or what I'm thinking, I'm not saying this is true in any way, shape, or form. What I'm thinking is the guy's like, get in the back seat, Let me show you. Thought he hit the button, but didn't.
Maybe. And it stayed straight for a while until he went, oh, crap.
And had a head-on collision into a tree and caught fire.
Yeah. Wow.
Poor folks.
Poor judgment, folks.
Yes. So, anyway, let's wrap this up, man. Tell us about it.
Well, this is totally a full-bodied cigar. They're not joking. The orange band did not indicate that.
Nope.
But I read. I like the treaty oak. For one, I just liked having something called Day Drinker.
Yeah, no doubt. It went really good in an old-fashioned, and it really wasn't that bad straight.
No. It had much worse. I feel better.
Heck yeah.